Good morning, everyone. I am Desiree Johnson, and I will be reporting to you the topic 2, which is focusing on pivotal roles. So, what is a pivotal roles? Pivotal roles are the jobs and positions that provide indispensable work that enables your company to operate more efficiently and cost effectively. While they typically make up about 10 to 15% of the roles in a business, the impact they have on your business is far greater. While aligning those pivotal roles leaders so that they can steer the company in response to changing condition is a major challenge for most organizations. An essential first step is to simply define who occupies the pivotal roles. Some companies may have just a few, others 20, 150, or even more. On the one hand, the smaller the number, the easier it is to have the intensity of interaction needed to make critical decisions effectively and collaboratively. On the other hand, the number must be large enough so that the people involved in decisions making can collectively access the full spectrum of knowledge embedded in a company's people and its relationship with other organizations. Since determining what to do under uncertainty usually requires careful debate among many people across the entire company, you need processes and protocols to determine how issues are raised, how deliberation is conducted, and how decisions are made. So now we are going to relate the pivotal roles during the pandemic. A whole of society approach to pandemic influenza preparedness emphasizes the significant roles played not only by the health sector but also by other sectors, individuals, families, and communities in mitigating the effects of the pandemic. So one of the examples of pivotal roles in a pandemic is the government leadership. While all sectors of society are involved in pandemic preparedness and response, the national government is the natural leader for overall coordination and communication efforts. In health sector, the health sector, including public health and both public and private healthcare services, has a natural leadership and advocacy role in pandemic influenza preparedness and response efforts. In cooperation with other sectors and in support of national intersectoral leadership, the health sector must provide leadership and guidance on the actions needed, in addition to raising awareness of the risk and potential health consequences of an influenza pandemic. Communities, individuals, and families. Civil society, organization, families, individuals, and traditional leaders all have essential roles to play in mitigating the effects of an influenza pandemic. Non-governmental groups should be involved in preparedness efforts and their expertise and capabilities harnessed to help communities prepare for and respond to a pandemic. Civil society organizations, groups that have close and direct relationships with communities, are often well placed to raise awareness, communicate accurate information, counter rumors, provide needed services. And lastly, individuals and families. During a pandemic, it is important that households take measures to ensure they have access to accurate information, food, water, and medicines. Factors or tools. What is a dynamic planning? Dynamic planning is a process that embodies a set of leadership and management principles that allows organizations to maximize their responsiveness to ever-changing market conditions. Planning sets up a process of regular reassessment during a time of significant change. COVID-19 now, but it could also be unexpected leadership turnover, security breaches, or a sudden major drop in funding. The four stages of a dynamic planning. In stage one, you quickly develop a response plan that enables your organization to react to a crisis in a purely tactical fashion. In stage two, or monitoring, during this stage, you remain flexible to manage ongoing change and adjust your response plan quickly. Focus tends to be operational, and board leadership is critical as your organization figures out funding and strategic direction. While adjusting operations and serving the immediate needs of your stakeholders can be all-consuming, at some point you must focus on your future, your next normal. That is what we call stage 3, the planning ahead. Finally, in stage 4, transition, you already implement the dynamic plan you created in stage 3. Since the path of COVID-19 and economic recovery remain so uncertain, you will likely unfold your dynamic plan in stages, staying flexible and prepared to pivot as the world continually changes. Learnings. So if you require managers to use decision-making under uncertainty techniques such as planning, decision trees, and stage gating to make actual decisions, they will quickly learn how to think differently about the future. And if you have them apply these tools in teams involving executives from diverse corners of the organization, they will gain a greater appreciation for the power of a collective insight in a volatile times, when information, almost by definition, is fragmentary and fast-moving. So in conclusion, the so-called new normal means different things to different audiences and presents a blurry vision of what we can expect in the future. One thing that is crystal clear is that the leaders will continue to play a pivotal role in helping businesses manage urgent responses to evolving crises as well as in building a vision and platform for inclusive post-pandemic economies and labor markets. So the traits for successful transition that will help manage short-term challenges and seize future opportunities are learning to live with uncertainty, taking a breath, nurturing a future-focused mindset, spreading the word, harnessing external support, and unleashing the power of purpose. So that would be all. Thank you.